one thing. I want everybody to look at me. I'm going to pass it to Corn after I say one thing. That's a W. Let's eat one. Let's eat one. That's a W. How many people want to eat a W tonight? How many eat a W tonight?
I think every time first of all, welcome to the show.
Yes.
We never do this. I never welcome people to the show. But Brian, how you doing? You're doing
good.
You're doing all right.
I'm not doing great, but yes.
But every time I press record, there's a 5-second countdown, and every time Brian asks me a question, during that 5-second countdown.
Every time. It's like my thing. It's like you asking me a question or you at the end of the show is cutting me off mid-question. It's my thing to get you like kind of smiling for the beginning of the episode.
Okay.
It's kind of nice, right? Yeah, it's kind of nice, right?
Yeah. A little inside baseball here.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Brian. It's been a couple weeks, so what we're doing now, since there's no real sports going on until how many days do we have till football?
No, I don't know. I usually have a countdown, but I'm not in my normal off-season mode.
I think it's like
right
71.
It's close. It's getting close. Training camp's end of July, so training camp starts in a month, and that's where it really starts feeling like football's back, because then preseason starts early August. So you're only 5-6 weeks away from preseason football. So you're getting very, very close. So for the next, probably month and a half, maybe mid-August, we'll start bringing it back every single week. But in terms of this podcast, bi-weekly, just because neither of us are huge baseball guys. So we're not going to be talking baseball. And we don't want to feel like we're forcing ourselves to talk about the same stuff over and over again. So we felt like going bi-weekly made a little bit more sense. More news will happen, bigger things will happen, rather than, again, trying to force it when it doesn't need to be forced. Because the best episodes are when they're not forced.
That's a good point. Point. But, so we'll do bi-weekly, and there are talks of us doing more golf-related stuff in between there. We're going to figure all that out. So if there's an episode that comes out next week, just know it's going to be golf. But
correct,
it is going to be us.
Yes.
Yeah. So
it feels weird when you take a week off. It feels weird coming back. You know what I mean? You got to get back into the flow.
Yeah. I'm exhausted. So
same.
NBA Finals just ended.
Yes.
It went 7 games, and that's what we wanted.
Yes, is exactly what we wanted. We wanted 7 games. We talked about it all along. I was wrong the entire time. I kept saying, it's going to be over in 5. Or it's going to be over, it's going to be sweet. And then the Pacers win game 1. It's going to be over in 5. They win the next game, I think. Game 3 or game 4, whatever it was. Game 4?
Yep, game 3.
2-1. Yeah, okay. They won game 3, right? They were up 2-1.
Yeah.
But we got exactly what we wanted. We got semi-close games. The last 2 kind of blowouts for different reasons. But we got close games kind of in that middle stretch. We got 7 games. We got the hype of a game 7, which was awesome. Unfortunately, though, all the air got let out of the building pretty early in that game, which really, it was one of the saddest. It's one of the worst things I think I've ever watched as like a sports fan. Especially like not even have anything invested in it besides just, hey, I want to watch a good basketball game, a couple bets here and there. Got to be one of the worst injuries of all time.
Dude, and it's the same step. Damian Lillard took that same step. Tyrese Halliburton took that same step, like that step
Jason
back.
Tatum.
Jason Tatum. And, dude, right when he went down, I thought he slipped. And then he started hitting the floor. And I was like, oh, I felt sick.
Mm-hmm. Chills.
I felt sick to my stomach. I've seen so many. I sent you a TikTok about it, how they were, there was like the Kendrick Perkins clip. And,
it was made me cry. What am I?
I was just like, dude, I can't watch this.
I know. It's so sad.
I was so excited for that game, and he came out hot too. 3 for 4, 3 3-pointers.
That's why it sucks, is it because it could complete. Well, they were up. I think they were winning when he got injured, if I'm not mistaken, or it was at least a close game.
They were winning at half.
That's what I thought. I knew it was like he got injured in the first half, though, right? Or was it right at the start of the third quarter?
Like 5 minutes in.
That's what I thought. Okay, it just completely changed the outcome of the game. And then, like, I hate when you see the slow motion and you can just, like, you see it pop and you're just like, you just feel devastated for the guy. Game 7, Pacers, just like a great story, good team, fun team to watch. Underdogs, significantly big underdogs in this series altogether, obviously.
Yeah.
Star players
in a single game.
Correct. Star players coming back trying to play through injury in a Game 7 on the road. And for it to end like that, like, because then it's like, if they would have won that game, I think it would feel a little bit different. Because then you get the championship, and like obviously next year's probably going to be up in the air for him. Like he's saying he's going to be back, but yes, I agree. He's not going to play. Like that just sucks. It's similar to the Boston Celtics. It's worse than that. But in terms of like knowing next year is already going to be a massive uphill climb, like to get injured in the like that's the worst thing you could do as a player. Like a lot of times, if you have a player that gets injured. Right. If you have a player that gets injured like week 2, ACL or something, you're like, all right, out for the year, we'll make it work, but you know they're coming back full strength next year. This sucks because now you got to wait 2 years for them to come back. It's like, not to relate it to the Bulls and Derrick Rose, but when he tore his ACL and he missed the entire next year, like it sucked.
Which time?
The first time in the playoffs.
I know.
Yeah, he missed the whole next year. It sucks. Like it takes the wind out of you as a fan, and I feel for Pacers fans. I feel for NBA fans because that could have been. I think the game would have been so much better if he would have.
I was so excited for that.
I know. I think we all were. I was pumped. I went to Game 7.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pacers destroyed them Game 6.
That was like, and even if it was like, even since it was a blowout, it was such a fun game to watch because you just the crowd was so into it. Yep. They were just making every shot they looked at. And I mean, I watched it till the end because they're all just like, hyped and it's going to 7. Because again, they were written off every single game, even when they're up 2-1. They're like, no one thought they were going to win. Like Pat McAfee was like trying to convince himself that they might win when they were up 2-1.
Yeah, I know, right? You're up 2-1 in the finals, and you're trying to talk yourself into them winning 2 more games out of the next whatever it was. It also explains why my bets were so bad. I did not believe in the Pacers clearly throughout the that. I kept saying that they're going to lose in 5, 6, whatever, 4, 5, 6. Explains why my bets were so bad for the finals. I don't want to talk about it. I don't think I want a single finals bet.
Yeah, you're on a little bit of a hiatus when it comes to gambling right now.
Yes, we'll still do our weekly bets, but I'm taking a little bit of a breather for the most part. Until football season, and then I'll get back in full swing of it. Football's where I thrive. But yes, we got some other stuff going on that we're gonna focus on not losing.
Yeah. Maybe put a couple quarters down on a few golfers.
Yeah, for sure.
$5-6 back.
Yeah,
build
absolutely.
up that account again.
Build that bankroll back up. But no, the NBA Finals were rough for me. I know they weren't great for you either, but you were definitely better. Yeah, you were better than I was. You'd had some luck in the NHL though too, which was good.
NHL is the reason I can still turn the lights on. I mean, if you
like that this is a gambling podcast, we're talking about how bad we are at gambling.
Well, yeah. I mean, is anyone actually good?
No one's good. No one's good. Yeah. It's luck. It's
luck.
What
do they say? It's like all those tall hotels and lights and everything in Vegas isn't because that people are winning. Yes,
that's a very good point. It's a very good point. Football season, though, we're coming back. I'm coming back for vengeance. We had a good football season last year, but not to derail NBA so much. I need to throw it out there that I failed miserably at gambling in the NBA Finals. But what do you think this means for the Pacers, like going forward?
I think it's just one of those. It's the same kind of run Reggie Miller had. He small market, great fan base. They're going to have chances again, but it's not going to be for a few years. And if Tyrese comes back 100%, and I don't know, man. He needs like some kind of shooter with him because he's always looking to like kick out. I understand like Neesmith and Nembhard and sometimes Obi Toppin. First of all, he's either the best player on the floor or one of the worst I've ever seen. There's no in between. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Like, he either makes the worst play ever or he makes a 3-pointer with 2 people on him. It's incredible. Or a putback and he's jumping from the free throw line.
Yep.
So, I think Tyrese it's kind of like the Steph Curry thing when they got Jimmy Butler. He needs another guy to help him not get so much pressure.
Yeah, help him create a little bit. He can't be the only playmaker on the team that's creating opportunities for other people as well.
Well, he just needs some room to breathe. No one's doubling Pascal Siakam. No one's doubling Miles Turner. So he needs, I think, if they can get back, it's obviously not going to be next year. Mm-hmm. It's probably, I think in 3 years, if they add another key piece, then maybe.
And that's what kind of stinks.
It was a Cinderella thing, though.
Yeah, but they went to the Eastern Conference Final last year, right?
But it's the East, though. The East is not good.
And think about it now. You got the East now without Jason Tatum and without Halliburton
Tyrese
next year.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts. But I agree with you. You made it to the Eastern. Like, it's hard to get there. You make it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. You take that next step, make it to the finals this year, which is it's a great run, great 2-year run. But to not come away with it this year, that's going to burn. That's going to sting for a long time, not winning this one.
Yeah.
But it was still short. It's it's hard because I don't think anyone really expected them to be in the finals in the first place.
No one did. Obviously, everyone was looking at the Cavs. The Cavs or the Celtics. And then as long as Giannis is in the East, I mean, he's the best player in the East by far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's probably the third best player, second or third best player in the league. If you want to go Jokic, SGA, Giannis.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
The East has been down for the longest time. I mean, even when LeBron was going to all these championships, he was going against Al Horford and the Hawks, mm-hmm. or Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan and the Raptors. Mm-hmm. Those guys are bigger names.
Bulls were in there too for a few of those years.
Paul George and the Pacers, Lance Stevenson and the Pacers.
Yeah. Derrick Rose and the Bulls.
Let's see. Am I forgetting it? It's Kyrie and the Celtics.
Yep. Derrick Rose and the Bulls. I was checking my mic. I was like, is my mic not working? I was like, did I unplug it on accident? Say it.
Yeah. Joakim Noah and the Bulls.
Oh, there you go, Joakim Noah. Carlos Boozer and the Bulls. Yeah.
Carlos Boozer and his spray-painted hair.
Yes. No, but you're right. I get what you're saying.
The East is just easier to get out of.
It is.
I don't know why. I don't know why it is. There's something about the West. They always just have.
Well, just a little bit more stacked, right? You got a little bit more star power on the West side. What?
Yeah.
West side, Western Conference. But yeah, I think on the opposite end of that, though, you have OKC, who could be in, and we brought it before, who could be in the start of a just dynasty. The West is a lot more difficult to get through, but they're at the start of what could be a dynasty.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What is a dynasty?
Patriots.
No,
3 Super Bowls or 2 championships in 5 years.
Okay, that's a dynasty. I like that.
Yeah.
Because I think with how the NBA and the CBA came to recently, I think it was 2 years ago, last year, where they added this second apron thing. Do you know how all this works?
No.
So essentially it's kind of like a hard cap, and if you are in the second apron, basically means just think of it as a hard cap, but if you go over it, there's a lot of penalties. You won't be able to trade. You won't be able to trade your draft picks. A lot of stuff can be frozen. You have to pay more taxes on your team. So everyone's trying to avoid it. That's why Boston is trading all their big time players, and it's to create parity in the league. It's to get kind of out of that super team era where, in the 2010s there was 3 or 4 teams that won a championship, and it was LeBron joining Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. It was I would say it was like the Kevin Durant thing, but Kevin Durant only was able to sign with the Warriors was because Steph Curry was on a 4-year, $40 million contract.
Yeah.
So that doesn't exactly apply, but I think at the end he would have had to leave instead of
he only won one, didn't he, too, with the Warriors? He won two. He won two with the Warriors.
Two, and then he tore his Achilles. So, I mean, they should have won the Raptors.
Yeah,
They would have won the Raptors one. Plus, Klay Thompson was hurt, tore his ACL. But anyway, so it's to kind of get out of the super team era and is to, be able to trade, almost like promote trading players and like have more movement. And just, again, to create parity. So why am I talking about this again?
I don't. We were talking about Dynasty. You said, what do you consider a Dynasty?
Okay.
I was like, what? Like, you were rolling and then you just stopped.
I know. I was trying to get back to my point.
Tie it all together.
So, like, Dynasty, yeah. So it's going to be harder to have a Dynasty.
Sure.
But if you're saying 2 and 5 years, then yeah, that's...
I just think 2 and 5 years makes a lot of sense because it's hard to win championships in any sport. Like, but if you win 2 and 5, I feel like you're going to be known in that period of time. Like, even if it stretches out to 10 years, hey, we won 2 championships in that span of time, I just feel like it's going to be known as, hey, we were a dominant team for that 5-year stretch.
Honestly, I think you need to win 3.
3 out of 5. I was trying to
because you can't just be you can't just have a lot of dynasties. Like the Bulls were obviously a dynasty. They won.
Yes, Bulls were a dynasty.
6
in 8 years.
They won 6 in 8 years.
I think it was
and
8.
2 of those years, Michael Jordan wasn't even playing. Then you have like the Celtics and Lakers in the 80s. Then you have the Lakers in the 2000s. But like 2,
I guess it's true because the Heat. How many did the Heat win? They won 2 with
2.
LeBron and that. Yeah. How many years did they all play there? It's about 5 years,
4.
probably 4 or 5 years. Yeah. See, like I probably wouldn't. Yeah, that's a good point. I probably wouldn't consider that a dynasty.
It's not a dynasty.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a dynasty. I think the Warriors are a dynasty.
Yeah, Warriors are a dynasty.
They won 4. They won 4 in 6 years.
7 years.
4 and 7 years.
4 and 7 years.
Yeah, I mean that's. I think that's an obvious dynasty, but.
So maybe it's more than half. Maybe it's like more than half. Like whether it's like 4 and 7, 3 and 5.
I like that.
3 or 4 and 6.
If you're just clearly dominant and you're and you continue to do it and you have your core there, like the Klay Thompson, Draymond, and Steph. Because like once you do 2, then it's just like, all right, now it's kind of like the NBA Hall of Fame. Like we're just letting anyone in now.
Yeah.
So you need to keep it like an exclusive group.
How do you feel about OKC moving forward? I'm assuming you have to feel fantastic about them.
Yeah, I mean, but they're gonna in 2 years they're gonna come up on this second apron thing when they have to pay Chet and Jalen Williams. But I feel like that's gonna be easy. I don't know, because Chet and Jalen were in the same draft class. How crazy is that?
That is crazy that they were in the same draft class. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Because what pick do they have tonight? 14th, and then don't they have multiple tonight?
Or excuse me, 15. Yeah, 15 and 24. But they have like 8 first round picks in the next
that's what I thought.
3 years.
Right.
Something
They're
like that.
just loaded for the next few years. So like that's your point. Maybe that becomes if they hit in a couple of these picks, one of those guys becomes expendable, right? Where you don't have to worry about it. You can get more assets for them and trade them depending on how the picks go. Obviously, you can burn through your picks and do a terrible job in the draft, and then that changes everything. But you have the capital to where you can try and find replacements for those guys if you can't resign them all. But yeah, who knows in 2 years how different it's going to be.
It's going to be interesting because the GMs are going to have to do a lot of salary cap gymnastics with all this, and there's going to be new ways of doing things. It's just going to be interesting how teams are assembled and how quickly. Like I even saw a post saying, I think Shams tweeted it, that they were listening to calls for Jaylen Brown and Derek White.
Oh wow!
So who knows what that means?
Interesting.
But it's just wild to me. And they already
Would
got
Derek
rid of.
White make a lot of sense?
He makes a decent amount of money, and I think they have to get off. I think off Porzingis. So they're under the second apron now, but they're in a very expensive. They were
Yeah.
like $500 million team
Okay. Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, I'm really curious with it.
interesting.
I'm very curious what the Celtics do over the next couple weeks. I know we've talked about it before, but I think that one's going to be an interesting one to watch. It's already started with some of these trades that we've seen the last couple days. Before we get to that, though, before we get to that, Caruso. Did you see what he said? I thought you would like those. See what he said in his post game?
What did he say?
They asked him like which one feels better, this one or the one with the Lakers, and he's like, this one. No one can say this one isn't real. He's like, this one feels real. So like even him as a player admits that whole COVID year thing just like didn't even feel like a championship. I just thought it was hilarious. I thought of you immediately.
Well, it wasn't. So
yeah, I just thought it was funny. I had to bring it up. I
mean, we can just talk about this really quick. The crowds in these games, you don't think that made a difference?
Oh, for sure. It makes a massive difference.
Yeah, that's huge.
It makes a massive difference.
I mean, if you have home court advantage in the bubble, that means nothing.
It doesn't mean anything. It's just funny. I just thought, like, he said that, and I was like, at least he knows. At least he admits it.
Yeah, and like LeBron saying it's the hardest one ever.
No, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
did you see the shirt he was wearing?
Who?
Caruso.
Which one? I think I saw it. But
on the parade?
No, I might not have. What was it?
It was a Mount Rushmore of all of his faces.
I kind of love that. I love that.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. Is it headband on all of them? No.
Probably.
That's funny.
I think so.
I gotta look at that.
And then he had his Lakers ring around his neck.
Oh, did he? Okay, that's kind of cool too. And both of them. This one probably feels better though because you get a parade too.
Yeah, yeah. There's like a lot of like hate about the parade.
Really?
Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Why?
Are you on social media?
I'm on Twitter. It's my only social media right now. And it's a lot of football related content.
Yeah. You're in your bubble.
Yes,
but anyway, people were saying how like they would take like different shots of the parade, and one shot was like 3 hours before the parade, and there was like no one there, and they were comparing it to like other cities. And I was just reading the comments, and everyone was just like, "What do you mean? There were so many people there?" Just everyone's just like farming for hate.
Well, that's the thing. That's part of my thing with social media sometimes. Is it's like it drives you nuts.
I mean, dude, Twitter is like the worst.
The worst, I know, but it's where I get all my news, so I can't not have Twitter.
Every time I go on Twitter, I'm like, I got to get off of this.
Yeah, no, that's where I get my news from. But anyway, we got sidetracked. Trades. Some big trades happen. The draft is going on right now.
Yeah.
Which I don't know half these guys getting picked. I'm going to be honest.
Neither do I. I don't watch college basketball like I used to. I was just hoping.
Or overseas.
Yeah. I've just like listened to some guys talk, and I'm like, I'll watch them whenever. But the only team I cared about was obviously the Wizards.
Yeah.
And they drafted Trey Johnson. No clue if he's good or not. I was hoping Ace Bailey was going to drop because did you hear about this? Like he was like skipping or like canceling all of his interviews with all these teams.
I was listening to I didn't watch the much of the draft. I turned it on though. And they were talking about it a little bit when they were like they were on like pick 3 or 4, and I heard them talking about it a little bit.
Oh my god, dude. The Bulls drafted this guy named Noah Essengay. He's why are you laughing?
Nothing. Keep going. Just tell me the story.
He's a French player who played in the German. I know about him.
It sounds French.
He's a French player who played in a German league, and apparently he's just always on the floor, like falling.
Okay.
And always foul baiting, always
great.
But apparently he's like pretty good. But
okay.
They draft him, but they passed on your Maryland boy, Derek Queen.
Oh, yeah, Derek Queen. I was looking at him earlier. Yeah.
I was hoping the Bulls would get him just for you. But they passed on him.
Interesting.
So
I do like him. Is he a senior? He's been. I feel like he was at Maryland for a while. No, he's a rookie. How long was he? I feel like he was there for a long ass time.
No clue.
All right. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. Now I'm reading. Now I'm trapped into reading about draft picks.
The draft.
Yes. Sorry.
But anyway, selfishly I wanted Ace Bailey or Con Knippel, but neither dropped. So
I did think it was interesting.
And they were the worst team in the league.
Duke with the white boys getting drafted this year.
Dude, Con Knippel's a dog.
I know. There's some funny names this year.
Yeah, anyway, not Derek Queen, Kevin Durant to Houston. You want me to wait? What are you reading?
Hello?
I hear you. Do you not hear me?
There we go. We're good. We're having comm issues over here. Sorry. My house is burning down.
Yeah. Ryan's in a blender.
I'm in absolute.
House
blender.
is a blender.
Yes, my house is literally a blender right now. All right. Sidetrack from the draft. Trades. Kevin Durant. When did that hit? Like 2 or 3 days ago? And that's what I love about this time of year for basketball is you do have the draft that comes up, but then I just love all the trades that are made.
Yeah. No, I think the Kevin Durant thing is unbelievable for Houston. He's been a 50, 40, 90 guy, 50% field goal, 40% 33-point, 90% free throw. His whole career, he hasn't averaged under 25 points since like 2011. He's still unbelievable. His game is going to age very well because he's a great shooter. And he's just, he's so tall and can still move around. But
Houston's going to be good.
Houston's going to be so good.
They're going to be so good.
We should probably place a bet on them to win it.
Give me like 3 months, and then yes. No, we probably should, actually. I wonder what their odds changed from what before and after they took him. I'm sure they jumped pretty significantly.
I think they knew that he was going to go there.
Yeah.
Because that's what he said.
He kind of had the Fanatics thing.
Yeah.
When he got announced, he kind of already knew.
Can we go on a quick side quest about this Fanatics thing? Are you worried about Joe Burrow? The guy can't throw a baseball.
No, I'm not worried at all. I'm actually glad. Do you see how he's throwing it? Looked like he was throwing it like a football. He wasn't throwing like a baseball. He's so locked in on throwing it like a football, he doesn't know any other motion.
Oh, you're going.
So I feel great about it. He's just that locked in every single day where he cannot throw a baseball. I think it's great. Not worried at all.
Okay, I like where you took that. Anyway, so yeah, Kevin Durant makes Houston, I think, the favorites next year.
Really? You think they're the favorites?
I think
even over OKC?
Yeah.
Why? Just because Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant. I mean, they only gave up Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks and like a first round pick.
I think it was. Yeah, I can't remember if it was a first or second. I always compare it back to the
Luka.
To the Luka trade. And I always look at the picks, and I'm always curious like how they're going to compare to that. I think it was a second round pick, but I could be wrong. Let me see if I can find it.
Either way, like I'm surprised they didn't have to get rid of Jabari Smith. They keep their whole core. They didn't give up any of their young guys. I mean, Jalen Green, he's like a bigger name, but he was benched with like 5 minutes to go in a lot of like crunch time games, and he just like couldn't find his way. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work in Phoenix, but I don't understand how no one could match that trade.
Well, shit. What was the one that I sent you? Fuck. Who was it that they wouldn't give up to trade for Durant?
The Heat.
The Heat.
Yeah, Clearware.
Yep.
I mean, he was their first round pick last year, and apparently they love him there.
Okay.
So maybe they didn't want to get a guy who is a win now when, they have they have like Hami Haka as a hero, still very young.
Yeah,
Bam is very young.
The young development rather than trading for some guy in his late 30s at this point.
Yeah, and that would just speed the timeline up, and then they'd have to basically give up their whole bench. But yeah, I mean,
I feel like Dylan Brooks is more of a name too at this point than he is a player. I could be wrong but
he's just an energy guy. And he's a good player. I mean, people hate him, but they hate him because he plays his role.
Yeah,
he's a Draymond Green light.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a fair way of putting it.
Yeah, but then Drew Holiday gets traded to Portland for Drew Holiday to Portland for Anthony Simons, who is
that's what it was. Yes, yeah, we were talking about that one.
Dude, he is.
I do remember. I remember in the dunk contest from a few years ago.
He's really good. He's just been in Portland hell for his whole career. I think he played 1 year with Dame as like a rookie, but I think he averaged like 19 points last year. If you're getting a guy who's averaging 19 points,
for sure,
for a guy like Drew Holiday is like a good player, good defensive player, but I think he was averaging around like 11 or 12. Especially next year, if they do end up keeping Jaylen Brown and Derek White, like Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Anthony Simons, Al Horford.
I do think Boston won that trade for sure, and they got 2 second-round picks out of it. Like I think Boston won that trade for sure.
Highway robbery. I don't know what's going on. Maybe
is it a contract thing?
I think it's an expiring contract, but I think Portland wanted someone because they have Scoot Henderson. They wanted someone to maybe mentor him, maybe help him out a little bit, maybe help him out on defense a little bit more. I don't know. It could be something like that. But it's interesting. I mean, Portland has a pretty cool team. They have one of my favorite players in Denny Avdia, who the Wizards got rid of, which
I do remember when he's on the Wizards.
I'll never forgive. I'll never forgive that. He's really good. Scoot Henderson. They have the dude from Arizona who got drafted to Phoenix, number 1 overall pick. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Number what overall pick?
He was number 1 overall.
How many years ago?
He was the Luka draft.
Oh, fuck.
God, what's his name? He went to Arizona.
Yeah. Fuck. DeAndre Ayton. Yeah.
He's there.
God, he was supposed to be so good.
Yeah, he stinks. He's
so bad.
And then they have the dude from UConn, the big white guy.
Oh, from like last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah. He's a rookie this year.
Yeah.
Big white guy on Portland Trailblazers.
Big white guy.
That's what I just typed into Google.
Big white guy on Portland. Let's see.
Why Myers Leonard? He's not even in the league anymore.
Yeah, no, that's not right.
Donovan Clingan.
Yes, Clingan. That's who it is. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Donovan Clingan.
People also ask, who's the big white guy on the Trailblazers?
It's like a common search. It's funny. I definitely remember him on UConn, though. That's hilarious. So, yeah, it looks like Drew Holiday is owed $72 million and it cleared $40 million. The deal saves Boston $40 million in luxury tax payments next season. But I think it makes a ton of sense for them too, though. They cleared that money, and I think they got a younger player and a couple draft picks.
Way younger. I don't even know. I think he's like 23 or 24.
Yeah, I remember when he got drafted, I wanted the Bulls to take him, but they passed him. I think he got picked the pick after the Bulls picked. Was that the Derek White year?
It's 26.
I can't remember what year that was. Not Derek White. Kobe White. But yeah, I remember the Bulls passed on him, and I was pretty pissed. But
did they really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because he was like pick 9 or something in the draft, if I remember correctly.
Look at you, dude. You know ball.
I follow basketball a lot.
Hold on. What pick was he?
Was he like pick 9?
No, he was 24th.
Damn. Never mind.
Damn, what a steal.
I just remember this dude when he got drafted. I remember watching the draft and them talking about him. How
I'm
old is
looking
he?
up.
26?
26, yeah. That's
He's
like
been around for a
perfect for the Celtics.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
I'm trying to look for his draft class. It's not.
But then, yeah, on top of it, they get rid of Porzingis as well, which that was absolutely just a cap clearing move.
Oh yeah, they had to do it, and plus, everyone knew they were going to get rid of Drew and Porzingis.
Mm-hmm. Well, Porzingis didn't really work out with the Celtics. It felt like it never really fit. I just feel like it never really fit. I mean, I know they won a championship. I know they won a championship, but like the whole thing always felt weird to me. I don't know.
He would have won Finals MVP if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it was worth it then. They did win a championship out of it. I don't know why. I just feel like Porzingis never lived up to what he was supposed to be.
Also, we are so wrong on this because...
Why?
Is this what it is? There's no way. Never mind. Ignore what I'm saying. What were you talking about?
Porzingis. I just feel like he never lived up to... What was he taking? 4th overall by the Knicks?
Jeez, I have to look that up. When was Porzingis?
Mike's like on his 6th Google search of the podcast.
Yeah, he's 4th to the Knicks, but he was great. Like they called him like the unicorn, and then he went down to.
He was great for that, like for the Knicks in that early stretch, and then I feel like he kind of fell off the map.
Injuries.
Yeah,
he had a lot of injuries, but he was really good with the Celtics.
Well, I remember everyone booing him when they picked him, and then he ended up being the unicorn for the Knicks. Like I do remember that. Like those videos of him getting absolutely like booed out of the just it was terrible. What was that little kid like screaming at him? Do you remember that?
Yeah. That's just like what they do with European players. I'm surprised. We're gonna see how Essen Gay for the Bulls is gonna do.
Yeah. Yep.
We get
Keep an eye on that one. Look at that one. I'm looking at the 2018 draft just because Luka, Trae Young, and then SGA at pick 11.
Wasn't he 12?
I
thought he was 12.
No, he's 11. Bridges was 12.
Miles?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What a draft.
Yeah, it's a good draft. Michael Porter Jr. And then you got Wendell Carter Jr. to the Bulls at 7.
Who went after him? SGA?
No, Colin Sexton.
No, I know, but SGA, like, go right off the list.
SGA, Miles Bridges, Michael Porter Jr.
I mean, Miles Bridges isn't great.
No, but it's fine.
You know who we're talking about, right? Who does Miles Bridges play for?
Am I thinking Mikal Bridges?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miles Bridges went to jail because he hit his wife.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Mikal Bridges was taking pick 10.
Still plays.
So.
Was he really?
Yeah.
I think he was drafted by like the Sixers and then got traded to
Yep.
the Suns.
He was drafted by the Sixers from LA via Phoenix.
I hate when they do that.
I know. It's just nuts.
Tell me where I'm
Can't
going.
even follow that.
Yeah. Or like when they give them the hat of the team that they got drafted to, but
yes,
they
it's
got
like
traded.
he's not on the team. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, just give me the other fucking hat.
Yes.
So
Completely agree. All right. What other? Oh, that was the Jalen Brunson draft. That was a good draft. Jalen Brunson was in that draft too.
Yeah.
It was a good draft. And then, Porzingis was the last trade. I think the last big trade that happened. Again, we already talked about it. It was about just clearing some cap space for the Celtics.
What are you talking about?
Yep. What was the other big one?
Jordan Poole.
Oh, that's right. Jordan Poole. Sorry, how could I forget?
The Wizards got rid of my 2 least favorite players in the NBA this year, and I couldn't be happier. Trey Johnson's going to be the next Michael Jordan. Let's go.
I love it. Can't wait to watch the Wizards next year. It's going to be great. Bumped.
They're going to be so. They got Chris Middleton, CJ McCollum, Marcus Smart. I mean, it's like the land of misfit toys.
I was gonna say, like it's the land of like 6 men from previous teams.
The Washington Sixth Men.
It's fitting though. It kind of is fitting.
No, dude. No.
Oh, it's funny as shit. All right, draft's going on right now. Obviously, kind of like we said, the big names, Cooper Flag. Yep, that's about it.
Oh, did he go number 1?
Yeah, he went number 1 overall.
All right. Yeah.
I don't really know much about the NBA draft, so
no,
I'll probably
I.
listen to a couple podcasts to just get a better idea of it. But pretty cool. Cooper Flag number 1. Mavs. We'll revisit that in a year, I'm sure. See how that goes.
Yeah. Kyrie got re-signed.
That's right.
They also
didn't he
re-signed
opt
Gafford.
out?
He opted out to save some money, yeah.
Okay.
Stay under the second apron, which I still don't fully understand. Every time someone explains it, it's like someone's trying to explain to me what NFTs are. And I'm just like, I am more confused.
Yes, I don't get it. Yeah. Yeah. No, it makes sense. Like you explained a little bit earlier, it makes sense. It's probably
I just think of it as like a hard cap.
Yes.
Like, don't go over this or there will be penalties.
Yes.
You know?
We don't know what they are yet, but there will be penalties.
Well, I know the penalties. You have to pay more in tax. Like, pay more taxes. You can't trade multiple players. You can't trade your draft pick 7 years out. Yeah, it's just stuff like that.
Damn, what a penalty. You can't trade your draft pick 7 years ahead of time.
That's just one of the many, apparently.
Interesting.
But yeah.
No, I know in the NBA it's a big thing to trade draft picks well in advance. All right. Golf, U.S. Open. I think we should touch on that real quick.
Okay.
Thoughts? How do you like JJ Spawn?
Yeah. Yeah, he's cool.
Putt was sick on last hole.
Yeah, I don't love that he uses a lab putter, but
yeah,
whatever. I think.
What's the deal with the lab putter? Something about like the center of gravity or something?
No, zero torque. So like you can like spin your putter around. Like
yes,
if you like hold it, the toe hangs, or like you can spin it around. Like this one, just like basically doesn't. If you zero torque, which means nothing because it doesn't make sense. But yeah, it's a center shaft, but the shaft is in the middle of the putter instead of the front of the putter.
Weird.
Yeah, so like on my phone here, if this is a putter, the shaft would be here and not here.
Weird.
You know?
Yeah. Weird.
It's every time like everyone's coming out with one. I put it down. Like I'll like pick one up. I had a lab putter sent to me. I'm not kidding. I literally put it down on the ground. Didn't even hit a putt with it, and just like I sold it.
Yeah.
I sold it. I was like, this thing sucks.
Yeah.
Didn't even hit a putt with it.
Yeah.
But they're all the.
I just hate how big they are too. Like I don't know why. It's just obnoxious.
They made a smaller. I had the smaller version of it. It actually looked like a normal putter if the shaft was in the front.
The middle shaft. Is
anyway,
weird.
people love them. It is weird, dude. Like it's. You have to be going through some demons to grab one of those. I'll say that.
Fair enough.
Just saying.
I don't play enough to feel those kind of demons. I just try and enjoy myself on the golf course nowadays. But yes, JJ Spawn. So, the putt was sick though. Like that was such a cool way to end it. It was like when you're watching it. So it was Father's Day. I went and played golf with my dad and my grandpa, and it was like during the rain delay. So like I missed. It was good. I went to play golf because I missed like a chunk of the rain delay, right? So not a lot was happening. I didn't know they started again because we were finishing up a round and driving back. We got back and it was on the TV, and all you could see was like, and I hadn't really been paying attention to my phone because I didn't know it was back on. And all of a sudden, like the leaders went from 2 or 3 under or whatever it was when I first started watching to everyone was over par, and I was like, oh my god, what is happening? What happened in the last like hour where I haven't been watching this? And they were on probably like hole 12 at that point. And the announcer's just going, everyone just keeps falling back. They're like, no one can make a par. Here's a double. And you're just watching these guys like legitimately like, kind of hack it around.
Well, and half the course is underwater.
It was underwater. The conditions were impossible.
there was that one Sam Burns shot. He like tried to get relief from casual water. They didn't
How do you
give it
feel
to
about
him.
that?
It's ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
it's obviously casual water, and they were just like, they just didn't
They
know what
never
to
showed
do.
the replay either. They didn't show the replay of him hitting like
What do you
the
think?
close up. Yeah, it's because they were like, "Oh, this is ridiculous."
Yeah, yeah. So,
I do feel bad for him. He kind of got screwed.
dude, and a couple weeks before that, he lost in the playoff.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of people were. I think it was the week before. I'm pretty sure it was the week before.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think it was the tournament the week before. That's why I know a lot of people wanted him to win because he lost in the playoff just previously. I didn't really have a rooting interest by the end of it because I think all my bets were gone. I think I put bets on like 4 or 5 different people to win outright, and by the end of it, none of them were in contention. Victor Hovland, I think, was the closest, but he was 2 or 3 back going into 17, so he needed to go birdie and hope for a bogey or double from JJ Spawn.
I thought Scotty Scheffler was gonna backdoor it.
I know. It was just that one. Was it second round or was it the first round?
Yeah.
I do
First
think
round.
if that would have been, which it never would, obviously never would be, but if they played another 18 holes, I bet Scotty would have won.
Oh, for sure.
I guarantee it. He didn't even have his best stuff too, which was like he was like. Do you see them on the range? He was like fighting demons on the range after day 1 or day 2, whatever it was.
He was like fighting with his coach.
Yes, yeah, he was like yelling at his coach. Yeah, fighting demons. It was fun to watch though. It was kind of cool to see a tournament, and we talked about it a lot before, but kind of cool to see a tournament where they were struggling. But yes, I think by the end of it, the conditions were a little bit over the top.
Who did you want to win?
Whenever it comes to those situations, if I'm not cheering for someone to win a bet, like I'm glad JJ Spawn won because it's a cool story, right? Like his odds were like plus 100,000 at the start of the tournament or whatever. He was nowhere to be found in terms of like betting market or just in general. So I think it's cool that he won. Whenever these games, I like to cheer for playoffs. I don't know why. I just wanted it to be a playoff. I didn't care who was in it or who won. I just wanted to see more. That's what I always end up cheering for in golf tournaments. If I don't have anyone I'm clearly cheering for. But it didn't happen. I was happy he won though. Like I didn't have a problem with him winning.
Didn't JJ Spawn play well in a bigger event but didn't win? Like I think there was like it's either the PGA or the Masters. I feel like he was up there.
I thought I saw his best finish in a major before this was like 44th or something.
Yeah, but I'm saying like even if you're 44th, I'm pretty sure he was up on the leaderboard at some point.
At one point, yeah.
And I need to start like taking account of that to betting on these like Hail Mary guys. Like let's see how they played. Where were they like round 1 and 2 at the Masters? Where were they 1 or 2 in the PGA? And if they were in like the top 10, you never know. They could, kind of do something like this.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like there's like some kind of like I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Scott, Sam Burns played really well in the British Open. Hovland, just because they had the taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was listening to every year I have like a bunch of Bob Rotella books on my phone, and I listen to them every now and then. And Padraig Harrington was leading the U.S. Open in kind of like in 2006. 2006. Was leading the U.S. Open and kind of like messed up at the end. And then as he was like walking back to like talk to Bob Rotella, he had a big smile on his face, and he like basically told him, he's like, I can do this. So I feel like if you're in contention somewhat in the first 3 days, even first 2 days, like you have like a taste of it, or you have like that some kind of experience, I would look for that. If you're a big golf bettor, I would take account of that, because there's a lot of trends in golf, and even like when I play in all these tournaments, like you can tell who's on it and who's not.
And I think you have a good point to that. It's like, knowing you belong, and then just a confidence thing, right? You put in a few good rounds or a few good finishes in tournaments, you're gonna. It's who's the guy that's been playing really well this year who won a tournament? Ben Griffin. I think it's the same thing. He quit golf and became like he worked for like it wasn't an accountant. It was like some sort of desk job or whatever. All of a sudden he comes back, he changes his glasses or whatever, and he wears glasses now when he plays because he's someone with his eyes. He's getting confidence, and he finished. They him and whatever the one where you have a partner, they won that one. He won a tournament like a week or two later, and then he finished in second. Then he was in contention at the U.S. Open until the last day. Like, I think he came top 10 in the U.S. Open again. Like, there's something to be said about.
He was in contention at the Memorial too.
The Memorial, that's right. Yeah, the Memorial. He was up there on the final day for the Memorial as well. Like, there's something to be said about just a confidence thing. And that's, again, someone maybe for the Brit, if he's playing, I don't even know if he's playing in the British Open.
He probably is, yeah.
Probably is at this point.
He won this year. He's definitely got invited.
Another one to look at is a potential someone to bet on, just because, and maybe I will bet on him. But
a lot of it's confidence, man. Like golf
I feel like golf is
pure confidence.
Yes. If you get over it and you're not sure like you don't have faith in what's going to happen, it makes it so hard to play golf.
Dude, hey.
Preaching to the choir.
Hey, man. Yeah. I actually just sent my coach a couple of videos of my swing, and I was like, how does this look? And he goes, there you go. I like that, my man. Yes. So I'm shooting fucking 59 tomorrow.
I love that. Confidence. Speak it into existence. But yeah, that's it. Just want to touch on US Open so we didn't see it. Glad he won. Real quick, Tommy Fleetwood meltdown last week.
Oof.
Did you see that?
Put money on him too.
Yeah, it sucks. You just knew he was like, he started the round like 2 over.
I should have known.
Yeah. I feel bad for him, man.
Should have known the New England guy was going to win in New England, and
that'll be a cool Ryder Cup story as we get closer, like to see what happens with that, because he's supposed to be the captain, right? Like he's supposed to be the coach.
I think he's like sixth.
He's currently
to make the team.
Yes, he's currently, I think, to make the team, but he'll be the first player.
That'd be awesome. Yeah,
since like the 70s.
If you play your way on.
Yeah. No, right. Exactly. Yeah. I think it'd be sick.
Or maybe just like relieve your captain duties and give it to someone else.
Tiger.
Yeah. Hasn't Tiger already done it?
I think he has done it, but it'd be sick if he came back, just because he hasn't been golf this year. I think it'd be cool.
Well, speaking of Achilles.
Yes. Full circle. That's what we do in the show. Full circle. But I watched the video of him. Like, he didn't watch Keegan Bradley's putt on the last hole. Like, he was pretending to like wipe his head, and he like held it there until he heard the crowd roar, and he just kind of walked. I felt bad, dude. I feel bad for him. He's a good dude too. Like, I want him to win at some point.
What is it? 41 top tens.
Yes, 41, and hasn't won. It's the most by any.
Hey, he's British Open.
Yeah. I just feel bad for him.
He's either going to win or miss the cut.
Up one, Keegan Bradley was 2 down going into 16, and he won outright without going to a playoff. That's nuts.
Yeah.
And they had the same putt. Like, he did the worst possible thing you can do. He played it. He did fine. He played it safe. He kind of got in front of the green or whatever. He putts it about an inch behind Keegan Bradley's ball. So he has to putt first, and it's like the exact same line. He misses. Keegan Bradley makes his, and it's over. Like, the one thing you can't do is like give your competitor the line on top of it. It just. Did you see the slow-mo of the ball?
Yeah, it hit something.
It definitely hit something. It looked like it hit something and shot to the right. He just can't catch a break.
I think it still would have lipped out, but
I still think he pushed. Like, it seemed like he pushed it the whole way. I don't know if it would have gone in, but still sad. All right, I wanted to get your thoughts on that and see if you saw it. It was crazy. Crowd was sick though when Keegan Bradley made his putt. Like, I love those at the end of golf.
Yeah, hometown.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's what do you dream of? That's I would love that.
Yeah, yeah, that's sick. Anyway, anything football related?
The only thing I think that happened is Aaron Rodgers. I don't think we talked to Aaron Rodgers. We might have, but I don't think we did.
Brian, it's going to be really tough for me to root against him.
Yeah, you do what you got to do. I'm not going to judge you. You can do whatever. I don't care.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Who day, baby? It's all that matters. End of the day. It's me against the world.
If Aaron Rodgers can throw a baseball. He probably can.
I told you, locked in. He's so locked in. Do you see him punch the which I think this one makes sense. They were doing like the punching bag thing where it gives you your score. He punched it left-handed because he doesn't want to punch with his right hand. Just locked in, baby.
Wow.
He did break that bone in his hand, so I'm sure that's probably why. More so than he doesn't. Yeah, that's
for sure.
Yeah. But I think that's it. NFL news,
Yeah.
unless I'm forgetting something. Oh, Jalen. Oh, real quick. Jalen, was it not Jalen Ramsey? Jair Alexander to the Ravens. That was the other one.
You called that.
I did call that. Such a Ravens move, and it was for like $3 million with up to 5. Nothing. $0.
It's like a bet on yourself kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was.
Didn't Jair Alexander and Lamar Jackson go to college together too?
They both went to Louisville. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know if they're in the same. They might have been in the same draft. I'm not positive.
Maybe.
But that's going to suck for the Bengals.
Do I need to look up that draft too?
No, we're done. We're done looking up drafts.
Okay. Well, here we go. What are we going to bet on this week?
There's golf. It's a shitty tournament, but is the British Open next weekend?
Oh, I have no idea. Let me look that up. When is the British Open?
It was the same draft.
No, it's not next weekend. It's July 17th to the 20th. It was the same draft?
Yeah, same draft.
Yeah. It's not for a few weeks, which is good. I don't love – I know we'd said this, but PGA needs to go back to August.
Yes. Agreed. It ends very quickly. We have the Ryder Cup this year, which will be nice, but like you're already through 3 majors, and was that the Rocket Mortgage last week?
That's this week.
That's this week. What was last week? That was like the last signature event of the year, besides the majors.
The Travelers last week.
Travelers. It was like the last signature event too. It's like the golf season's over.
I know why. Yeah, I know why the PGA Tour does these elevated events after majors, but also like we were all just so excited. Maybe spread it out.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of nice when they're back to back.
Too much. No, it's just too much. Just like, especially like the winter. Mm-hmm. It's like JJ Spawn wasn't going to compete.
No.
Like he can't not play. Like it should be okay if you win a major and not play the next week.
Yes, I completely agree. 1,000%. That like 1,000,000%. I think it's stupid that they make him compete.
I mean, why are we smarter than the people who run this?
Well, same with, we talked about the NBA too, like the draft, like no hype around the draft at all. Like it's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like
make it a week later.
Yes. Or like on a Friday or something.
The parade was yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. Stupid.
Like the GM is like, fuck, I can't really do anything because I got to be up tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. That's funny. But yes, I do think it doesn't make... One other thing I want to bring up, the whole Rory thing. You think it's been weird? Like his spats with the media and stuff? I think he's earned the right to do whatever he wants. I think after winning that, he feels like he has probably accomplished everything he wanted to accomplish in his career. So he's just kind of the point where
what happened?
He just like he hasn't. He's been like turning down media availabilities, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like he's not required to talk. Some guys want to talk, some guys don't. I think the whole live PGA thing kind of beat him to the ground a little bit, and he feels
100%.
like I was out there. I was your signature boy for 4 years, 3 years or whatever, and I didn't want to be
signature boy.
Whatever, you know what I mean? Like that was your golden child or whatever, golden whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Golden boy.
You know what I'm saying? And someone asked him about the media availabilities, and he was just kind of like, I just don't really want to talk. Like, I don't care to talk to you guys. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. I don't have to. Why would I if I don't want to? Type of thing. He was pretty blunt with some of his comments during. I don't remember like word for word what it was at this point, but I remember reading it and kind of being like, oh shit. Like he gives zero fucks right now.
Well, it all just comes back to like consistency. So if you're going to be the face of the PGA Tour, and then all of a sudden you don't want to be that, or if you're going to be like, I'm ready for every interview and I'm down to talk about the live thing and I'm down to talk about whatever, and then all of a sudden you switch up, I think that's what kind of rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah. That's fair. And that's what it is. It's been like a drastic over the last year and a half or so, kind of a complete flip.
Well, it's like if the refs start calling the game like super loose at the beginning, then all of a sudden second half hits,
whistle
and
every
now it's
5
like
seconds.
super tight.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, what are we allowed to do?
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. I just thought it was interesting. It seems like since he won the Masters, he's just kind of, which rightfully so, we talked about it. He skipped that signature event the week after, which don't blame him whatsoever. He's probably partying like crazy back home in Ireland. And yeah, I just thought it was interesting. He seems to be not care as much. And, it was something about like, I almost didn't even want to make the cut because do I really want to be out here for 2 more days? Like just stuff like that, which I thought was kind of shocking. Like his goal for the last round was I just want to play as quickly as possible and get out of here type of stuff. And like, it was just kind of like, it seems like that competitive fire isn't there, which is fine. But yeah, basically it was, hey, you made a birdie in the last hole. Like, how good did that feel? And he was like, oh, if you don't care if you missed the cut or not, it's easier to make a birdie because you don't feel any pressure. And it was just like little comments like that where it's kind of like, okay, that's fine. Just interesting.
Yeah, but it also comes back to like people also get mad if you just always say the right thing.
True.
So
that's true.
So which is it? Do you want to hear?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the realness, or do you want to hear the Bill Belichick coach speak?
Yeah. Fair. I just thought it was interesting.
I understand. I'm just. It's like what do you want from these guys? And that kind of. I mean, now we're talking about it, so
yeah.
Anything to get to talking about anything today is good.
Yeah.
Good or bad. It could be anything.
All publicity is good publicity. Yeah.
Now, for sure now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But all right, let's make some bets here.
What are we betting on? What are we betting on?
I don't know. Probably something dumb.
Probably some tennis.
Is there tennis? WNBA?
Do we just do the golf tournament?
Yeah.
I know I went 0 for 3 in my U.S. Open bets.
What did I go?
Yeah, Rory top 10. Nope. Bryson top 10, missed the cut. And Colin Morikawa top 20. He finished 23rd, if I remember correctly. You had Xander Schauffele top 20, which did not hit. Joaquim Niemann.
Joaquim.
I don't know why. I just had like a stroke there. I don't know what
that was. Insane.
That was terrible.
Are your lights flickering or are you?
I think it's affecting my brain. I don't know. I'm losing it. Scotty Scheffler top 5. Did Scotty finish top 5? He was close. Results. So close. Oh, Xander Schauffele did. You went 1 and 2, so you did. He did come top 20. I thought he fell apart the last day.
Damn, Scotty Scheffler came in 7th. That's crazy.
You were close.
Bro.
You were close to hitting 2. I lost all 3.
Wait, what was my other one?
Schauffele top 20.
Schauffele top 20. Scheffler top 5.
Niemann.
Oh, Niemann. He missed the cut.
Yeah, he missed the cut. What did Colin Morikawa? Let me double check. Colin Morikawa was up there for a little bit.
He came in 23rd.
Yeah, 23rd, that's what I thought. So I lost all 3 of mine.
One shot.
Sick. My bets have been not good.
I mean, Rory's still top 20. That's crazy.
What tournament is this week?
The Rocket Mortgage. What's wrong?
I'm pulling it up, sorry. In my
Rocket
12-cent balance.
Mortgage. 12 cents?
No, I think it's more than 12, but it feels like 12.
All right, I got the odds up right now.
Okay, I got it. I'm good. All right. You're first.
All right, I go first.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with... I'll go... I'll go Ben Griffin top 20.
I was going to do that. I knew you were going to do that. We were just talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? Plus 100. That's a good bet, actually. God, I'm gonna have to face that one anyway. I'm gonna have to do that one regardless of this. Give me Siwoo Kim, top 20. I've been on him a lot this year. I don't think I've won a single bet with him, but I feel like he finished pretty strong last week. I think.
Siwoo Kim.
I think it was last week, not the U.S. Open.
I'll go. Let's see. I'll go. Man, there's a lot of just random people here.
Yeah, there's not a great field. I mean, Kyle Markow is the favorite, and he hasn't won a tournament since like 2021.
Let me go Alex Smalley plus 190. That pick's for you.
Smalley, thanks, man. I'm not that small for people who don't know me. I'm not that tall, but I'm not that small. What was he? Sorry, I got sidetracked by your comment.
Plus 190.
Top 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, this one's kind of fun. I'm going to do Luke Clanton just because it'd be cool to cheer for him. Top 20.
Because you what?
I just think it'd be fun to cheer for him. He's like in college still. Or did he officially turn pro?
No idea.
I think he's like one of the. I watched a YouTube video on him.
Like the PGA Tour U.
Yeah, but he's like one of the 2 people to ever qualify through that or whatever. I just thought it was a cool story. So I'm gonna take Luke Clanton plus 160, top 20.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Wyndham Clark.
Old reliable Nikolai Højgaard.
Yeah, you've put a lot. You've done him a lot.
Chill.
What were the odds?
Plus 260.
Top 20.
Yeah. That got you.
That did get me because I didn't hear it at first, but then I replayed it in my head. All right. Oh, give me Akshay plus 160.
I almost took him.
He hasn't really played that well this year, I feel like, though.
Never know. This could be it.
Top 20. I'm really curious to see what happens to the Ryder Cup, like who ends up getting taken. All right. I had Siwoo Kim plus 125, top 20. Luke Clanton plus 160, top 20. And Akshay plus 160, top 20. And Mike had Ben Griffin, top 20, plus 100. Alex Smalley, is that how you say it?
Yep.
Plus 190, top 20. And is it Nikolai Højgaard?
Nikolai Højgaard.
Yeah, Nikolai Højgaard. Plus 260, top 20. And that's it. Let's see if we can go better than 1 for 5 this week.
Follow us at Traveling Athlete Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and at Athlete Pod on Twitter. And we'll be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Maybe next week.
Yes.
But 2 weeks for sure.
Definitely 2 weeks.
Anything else, Brian?
No, that's it. Tired, man. Yeah. Look at my eyes.
Oh, shit. We gotta do it again, dude. Look, the lens cap on.